Hello, everybody. Ivor Chester here from ivorchester.com, your balance coach. Thank you very much for your time today. We're going to be talking about a little bit different subject as we further explore communication, communication, or the inability to do so, which goes for both transmission and reception. We're going to be talking about what I call secret messages. I was listening to a old album by a group called the Electric Light Orchestra, or ELO, which one of their last albums was called Secret Messages. And the very beginning of it's kind of mystical, and it has all this weird, eerie beginning. And the album, back in its time, was in response to, and this was like 1983, a response to people saying that there were secret messages in music, which there was in certain albums. One of them was, of course, ELO. Their album had an intro called Fire on High, which had sounds in the background, and as does Secret Messages, has a Morse code and all these kind of things. And the Beatles did that kind of stuff as well. Now, so what? Well, when you start to realize that your life has messages that move through you, they move in such a way that you can either receive them, or you can ignore them, or you may not even know they're there. It really comes down at first to a sense of resonance. Are you resonating with this particular transmission? Do you have a ability to decode what comes into you or what comes toward you? Because if you don't have basic tools like, one, encoding, the ability to take a thought and basically put it into your mouth in such a way that your listener can understand, because if you're talking to a 5-year-old, you talk different to them than you would a college professor or a politician. You'd have to a really small word for most politicians, and of course have to end with money. But that's a joke, son. But also you'd have to, how you speak to musicians, how you speak to artists, how you speak to auto mechanic, whatever it is, they have their own kind of resonance that normally has to do with their profession. People who are injured have a sense, and I mean as far as physically and mentally, spiritually, people who are existing on such a level that they only believe they can get so far resonate really at a very low frequency, and so therefore that's all that they're really going to understand. Sometimes it's just a victim mentality. So you have to be able to encode a message and put it out there to where they understand it, so it will resonate with them. That's a social handle to be able to do those type of things, and they no longer become secret messages. The broader your bandwidth, your communication bandwidth, the broader that is, the more people you can relate to, the more people can understand what you're trying to say, the more people can start to resonate with you in such a way that you can support them, they can support you, you can get out certain healthy agendas or toxic agendas. You have to be able to look at a person and understand what they are driving at, and it's that emotional bandwidth. The broader it is, the healthier you are, and the more you resonate with other people of whatever scope that you're looking for. Also, the ability to encode, but also the ability to transmit it. So you can put it in here, you have it in here, you can put it out here. How you transmit that information. Are you shouting? Are you whispering? Are you being over dramatic? Are you making eye contact? Are you over gesticulating? Are you too close to them? Are you too far away? Whatever it is, these kind of transmission things, because as we know, really the language is really only about 7%. The verbal part of a conversation, really only about 7%. A lot of it is all these other things that go into the mix. Then the receiving. This is for the person who's hearing your message. and your ability to hear what they say to you, of course. You receive this information. And again, that's the same thing as I was just saying as far as body posture and just the vibe they have about them, their proximity to you, and their eye contact and things like that. Do these things relay a certain message? And they do. They truly do. So it's transmission, it is encoding, it is transmission, then it's the receiving and the decoding. You decode their message that they have for you in such a way that you understand exactly what they're trying to say. You don't twist it into an agenda. You can sit here and watch anything from C-SPAN to certain media outlets, and they have a way that they speak that other people twist because of an agenda. So they have a receiving and decoding issue. And that means that they're not getting all these messages, and certain things seem like they are behaving, or they're just listening to secret messages. And they don't trust others because they feel left out, they feel isolated, they feel manipulated. Our job as healthy people is to have a broad scope, a broad bandwidth, a way to communicate that brings other people in. I hope you learn to practice these skills. I hope you learn to be able to resonate and get more messages out there that don't appear to be secret messages, but are something that enables a healthy relationship, gets you the support you need, and gets a tribe around you of supporters, believers, and people that will go out far and beyond where you are to take that message as well. My name is Ivor Chester. We're continuing our ongoing classes on Monday evenings at 7 o'clock here at Dayspring Counseling here in Irving, serving North Texas. We're going to include the book. We're including the class. We're also including a one-on-one session with me. I'm going to throw that in, as well as all the course paperwork. And it's an ongoing class, so if you miss one, it's not like you're going to miss out completely. Feel free to contact me on ivorchester.com or leave a message here in the comment section. I'm available for you, as well as on Twitter and Instagram and LinkedIn as well. And I think if you probably drive by my house and wave a piece of paper, I'll probably run out for you as well. Anyway, that's about it. I appreciate your time very much. Practice these messaging skills so that you can be understood by more and more people, to be surrounded by people who love and respect you. I say this all for your time. We'll see you later.